we did have some earnings last night. So you can see we did have Microsoft and Meta earnings last night. I don't know why. I don't think Nvidia. I don't know why, but that's up. And Amazon, which I think Amazon are tonight with Apple. So we do have some earnings. Isn't it weird how earnings always coincide with market drops, right? Funny how that works. Drop the market and then rip it on earnings. It's almost like it's meant to be, right? Play them at their own game. Right, yesterday, let's break it down. I mean, what an absolute monster play yesterday. Look at that. This is my chart from yesterday. Look at that. Let's just take a minute of silence. Beautiful. I think that is literally probably, and it's actually gone full target. Let's just take a minute of silence. Entry. Entry. Exit. So, as I said this morning in the Discord, right, I believe it's a swing traders market, and that trade is, or was, 900 points. That was a 900-point trade in less than 24 hours. I got 70 points of that move, which is fine. But yeah, 900 points in 20 just under 24 hours, which is pretty incredible. So as I said at the start of the week, I'm expecting pretty much low expectations this week. I was wanting this weekly completion at that 20,034, which is what we've got. So my week, for me, I'm expecting one or two things. We either have a really decent day today in terms of volume, or today is very, very low volume, low range. And we will be able to see that on the daily by paying attention to the... I don't know why that is showing. That's showing the wrong percent. Why is it showing? This hasn't updated yet. When the market opens, this will update. But essentially, yesterday we traded range-wise. It's saying yesterday we traded 600 points of range. I mean, I bet we did. Why is that not including the total range from the... Ah, that's why. Wait, what is going on? 10 a.m. into the close. I need to figure that out. But yeah, it's showing us 612 points, which is obviously off. But we'll see what this trade's going into today. But the breakdown for me is going to be one of those ones where, since we have completed this -23, this high to high technically isn't yet valid because we haven't actually broken above the ATR, the -23 completion. So all I'm going to do, if I don't play the short side, all I would do is wait to see, or at least follow the traditional from what traded at 2:40 p.m. yesterday, and I would wait to see if we get a same anchor new high on that draw, and I would draw it to the open, which is about to trade. So ideally, I would like to see, do we get 740s or potentially 660s as support? Now, if we don't, all we're going to most likely do is rally off the high to high. That, I mean, this is very, it's very sloppy, but it has traded, and I hate trading these extensions, but this has technically traded multiple times on the overnight. So you've traded it at the 38. You could argue, I mean, this is super, yeah, there's nothing for me in terms of the long side. You have, again, just like I said Monday, you have to wait for those pullbacks. And I did not trade on Monday purposely for that very reason. Monday I took one trade, Tuesday no trades, yesterday just one trade, because we do not have those pullbacks. And again today, the weekly move that I wanted all week, and if we zoom out, what does that look like? Well, we have two extensions. This is the first draw. This is your pivot low, pivot high, 61.8 trades, and completes on the overnight today. The other extension that we have is the same anchor new high, 38, and again, completes the negative 23. So there's not really much for me to do here to the long side. The longs have been paid. Can they rally from here? Yes. You have to go negative 23, negative 62, negative 100. Of course, there's still juice in the move. It's just, do I really want to be a participant at those levels? Why would I long into completions? The long entries are what we took yesterday. Look at my entry yesterday. My entry yesterday, 122s, right? The exact low, pretty much, give or take, right? And that's why I went long there. Now, do I short into this move? I'm not saying I don't love it. We are trading a traditional short on the overnight. I just do not love the shorts. But hey, we are trading an RT8 short. And for us to complete a full negative 100 puts you back down to the overnight open, which we need to come down to those levels. We need to come down to those levels to be able to trade any sort of longs. So it makes sense for this traditional to trade. I'm just not going to take it because, as I've said every single day this week, I don't want to go against the daily bias, right? And even if we have to come down, so I want us to come down, I just do not care about trading it. And there we go. So I want us to come down just like I wanted us to come down for the move we traded yesterday. I did not trade any of the downside into that move. All I did is wait for the pullback and took the long at the level I wanted to see a reaction on. We've obviously had a huge reaction from that. So there's not really much I can do other than create loads of FOMO, which is pointless, right? So I'm happy with the trade yesterday. Going into today, I'm happy if I take no trades again. I'm absolutely fine with that. The levels that I would want to see trade aren't going to trade. Like, they're just not going to trade. I'd have to have, we would have to have nearly a 600-point pullback. Now, if we have a 600-point pullback, best believe I'm going to be along at 19,340, regardless if it's a win or a loss. I'm going to take that trade, which is the same anchor new high from that completion, right? Do I think we get that? No. And again, it just means I don't trade, right? All I can do, I can't even really look for the high to high on here because we haven't had full ATR expansion above that negative 23 completion. All we've done is hit the negative 23. So again, there's nothing to do here. I don't short this. I don't long this. I just sit on hands, SOH, right? And that is all I have. And again, if you struggle in this environment, i.e. not taking much trades, it's going to be tough for you. And I guess you're only really going to learn from making any mistakes throughout the way to be able to change, right? I've been chopped up and spit out more times than I can remember trying to take trades I shouldn't be taking. So I have that sort of, I guess, fortitude to not do those things. And I still fall victim to doing it, but I'm trying to stop myself from doing it. So I know this just isn't A+ for me. So if it isn't A+, I leave it alone, right? And that's as simple as that. So I want pullbacks into long levels. However, I'm not willing to take the shorts into those pullbacks. And hey, they're going to happen. The price is going to come down to those levels at some point. I would just rather be a participant on the long side following the daily bullish structure and the monthly bullish structure as opposed to the short bias. And again, if you can trade the short side and you don't mind, take the shorts, right? They're there. They're right in front of you. I just know what I want to trade, and I don't, as I said yesterday, I don't care about trading nothing but that. So my breakdown today, I think it's going to be a bit of a dud. I don't think the range is going to be high. We've traded 77 points so far, which is just over 18% of the current 10-day volume, which is 427. I think if today is a bit of a dud, I purposely put my sports massage at 3:15, which is in like 45 minutes, purposely, so I can just try and, if I take a trade, I take one and then I just get done on the day. If not, I come back in the PM and I trade a PM session, and that's probably all I'm going to do today. But I'm going to try my hardest not to trade today. That's going to be my, that's my goal, to try not to trade today, because I just do not see anything that is clear. And I think that also builds mental fortitude again. So I'm going to leave it there for the live stream. I will jump on Zoom now for all of the live trading members on Zoom through Discord. And yeah, like I say, trade safe. If you're not in the Discord, trade safe, be strict, and don't deviate from your plan.